All right, let's talk about something we all do, probably without a second thought. You snap a photo, maybe it's blurry, maybe you just don't like it, and poof, you hit that little trash can icon. It's gone from your gallery. But have you ever really stopped and wondered, where did it actually go?
Yeah, I think most of us just assume it's, instantly shredded, vanished into the digital ether forever. But what if I told you that hitting delete isn't the end of the story? Not even close. What if that photo is still lurking somewhere, just out of sight, in a place you would never expect?
That's right. We're about to take a little journey into what I like to call the digital graveyard. See, the act of deleting a file, it's one of the biggest illusions in our digital lives. It's not this one-and-done event. It's actually just the start of a whole process.
So let's pull back the curtain a little bit, shall we? All those photos, the old documents, maybe those embarrassing selfies you thought were gone forever, they're often not resting in peace at all. Nope, they're just waiting, kind of stuck in this weird digital limbo.
Okay, so first, let's break down what happens right here, on your own device, your phone, your computer, because this is where the magic, or maybe more accurately, the trick, really begins. To really get this, we need to talk about something called the file index. Now, just imagine your device's storage, your hard drive, is like this giant library. The file index, that's the card catalog. It doesn't actually hold the books themselves, that's your data. It just tells the system exactly which shelf to go to find them. Super important.
So, when you hit delete, your computer doesn't run over to the shelf and start shredding the book. That would take way too much effort. Instead, it does something much lazier. It just pulls out the index card from the catalog and throws it away. Now, the space where your photo used to live is marked as available. But, and this is the crucial part, the original data, all the zeros and ones that make up your photo, is still physically sitting right there on the shelf, just waiting to be overwritten by something new.
It's a fantastic analogy, really. The photo is gone from your view, sure, but the digital evidence is still there. It just hangs around until, you save a new document or download a song or snap a new picture that happens to need that exact same physical spot on your drive to live.
So, to put it simply, you think the photo gets instantly vaporized, right? But what really happens is that only the reference to it, that little index card, gets tossed out. The actual data is left completely intact, just invisible to you, waiting for something new to come along and write over it.
And this has a huge implication. This is the entire basis for data recovery. I mean, specialized software, the kind forensic experts use, can scan these available spaces and piece together all that old data that hasn't been overwritten yet. So that photo you thought was gone forever? Yeah, it might be just a few clicks away from being brought back from the dead.
Okay, but let's be real. Most of our photos these days don't just live on our phones. They live in the cloud. And services like Google Photos or iCloud, they play by a completely different set of rules. I mean, it makes sense, right? You're not in control of their physical hard drives.
So on your own device, deletion is all about that physical process of overwriting data. But in the cloud, when you hit delete, you're not really deleting anything yourself. You're just sending a request, a little message to a massive server farm, maybe hundreds of miles away, basically saying, hey, can you please get rid of this file for me? And they'll get to it according to their own internal policies.
And we've all seen the first step in this process, right? The first stop on this journey is almost always a trash or recently deleted folder. So your photo isn't actually deleted at all. It's just been moved into a little digital waiting room, giving you a grace period in case you change your mind.
So what does this little journey through cloud purgatory actually look like? Well, for about 30 to 60 days, your photo is sitting right there. Super easy for you to recover. After that timer runs out, it gets queued up for permanent deletion from the live servers. But, and here's the real kicker, cloud providers make constant backups of everything. So even after it's gone from the main system, a copy could still exist on a backup tape, probably stored in some secure vault for who knows how long.
All right, so with all that in mind, what if you really, truly want a file to be gone for good? How do you actually reach the point of no return? Well, for stuff on your own devices, you can use what's called secure erase software. This stuff doesn't just mark the spaces available, it actively scribbles random junk data all over the original file's physical location, sometimes over and over again, making it pretty much impossible to recover. For the cloud, well, you're pretty much just trusting the provider to follow their own deletion policies. And of course, if you want 100% certainty for a local hard drive, well, there's always physical destruction.
So, why does any of this matter? Well, because it's about understanding the reality of our digital lives. It's about privacy. And it's about the frankly surprising permanence of the data we all think we've just casually thrown away.
So the next time you go to tap that delete button, just remember this. You're not actually ending a file's life. You're just sending it on a surprisingly complex journey, a journey through overwritten spaces, through server queues, and maybe even into a long-term backup vault somewhere.
And that leaves us with a pretty massive question to chew on, doesn't it? In our digital world, where data is copied, backed up, and recoverable in so many different ways, can we ever really truly delete anything for good? It's definitely something to think about the next time you create a file you might one day want to forget.